Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in TV. It's our 7th episode. We'd like to thank everyone who checked out episode 6 online. It was our biggest response ever. We actually managed to get into the top 55 most views on the Monday, the day after it was uploaded to YouTube. Now without further ado, let's get into the main news and headlines making news in This Week in TV.
A drop in the number of people watching Big Brother and Australian Idol last year has not stopped the 10 network from lifting the cost of sponsorships of both programs this year. Big Brother's audience fell 3.9% in 2007, but media buyers said 10 was asking for $2.4 million per sponsorship of the 8th season of the reality series this year, up from $2 million in 2007. Last year, Big Brother's key sponsors were KFC, Master Foods and Hutchison Telecom. Australian Idol's audience last year crashed by 19%, but 10 is asking for $3.2 million for a top-tier sponsorship, up from $3.1 million last year, and $2 million for a second-tier sponsorship, up from $1.7 million. Last year, Idol boasted 5 top-tier sponsors: Telstra, Mazda, Procter & Gamble, McDonald's and Cadbury Schweppes. Idol 6 starts in late August. One media buyer said 10 had been emboldened by the double-digit growth in its nighttime audiences this year. 7 CEO David Leckie has secured Sydney newsreader Ian Roscoe Ross for another 2 years to keep the network at number 1 in the Sydney market. 67-year-old Ross has agreed to put his retirement plans on hold following extensive negotiations with Leckie, but there is gossip Chris Barth had her sights on replacing Ross. 7 News chief Peter Meakin was at pains to dispel the industry rumours this past week, insisting Barth had been deliberately kept in the loop and was aware of Leckie's decision to renew Ross's contract before leaving for Bali last week. The countdown is on to the 50th annual TV Week Logie Awards, with nominations for the popular and outstanding award categories set to be announced at an industry breakfast at Sydney's Luna Park on Monday, April 7. Speculation is at an all-time high this year. The changes made to the popular awards voting system are tipped to reveal some new faces in many of the major award categories. Once the nominations have been announced, the race for gold begins. Once again, there'll be 8 contenders for the TV Week Gold Logie for most popular personality on TV. The public will be able to vote for their choice of 8 nominees via SMS or a 1900 number right up until Logie's night. In other TV Week Logie Awards news, executive producer Pam Barnes revealed there'll be no single host this year. The TV Week Logie Awards' first international act has been confirmed as US stars The Last Goodnight. The band will perform their massive hit Pictures of You from their major label debut album Poison Kiss. Comic radio and TV duo Hamish Blake and Andy Lee return as hosts of The Green Room. The Red Carpet Arrivals hosts have been confirmed, and returning for the 3rd time to meet and greet the stars as they arrive on the Logies red carpet is Getaway personality Jules Lund. Joining Jules is Temptations glamour girl Lavinia Nixon. Making her debut is the stunning Shelley Craft. The 50th annual TV Week Logie Awards will be held on Sunday, May 4 at the Crown Entertainment Complex and will be televised on the 9 network, and we'll have those nomination results for you next week right here on This Week in TV. Now it's back to me in the studio.
Well, certainly some big stories there, and we'll definitely be keeping an eye out on those ones over the coming weeks. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this. It's This Week in TV, Episode 7.
A group of friends from Sydney had come to see Paris. At first they thought they'd really like a cup of Lipton tea. They called out to a waiter and said,
s'il vous plaît.
The people all stopped talking, then they all began to say,
Hey, everybody jiggling, everybody jiggling, everybody jiggling, jiggling's really fun. Everybody jiggling, everybody jiggling, we love our little jiggle bags and quality number 1.
Well, welcome back. It's This Week in TV. It's our 7th episode. Now let's get into the top 10 shows for this week. Once again, a brand new number 1, and again, a show that's been there before. Let's sit back and check out the top 10 shows from this past week in TV. There we go, it's Border Security on Channel 7 doing some monster numbers on Monday night at 7:30. We'll take another break and be back with more right after this. It's This Week in TV. Welcome back. It's This Week in TV. It's our 7th episode, and we do thank you for joining us exclusively right here on YouTube. Now it's time to reveal the winner of our Home and Away Romances DVD, and we'll have a brand new giveaway next week on episode 8, so do make sure you tune in for that one. If your name's on the screen, you have won the Home and Away Romances DVD, and it's all with thanks to Interactive Productions, and of course you can check out the website at interactive-productions.com.au. That brings us to the end of the show for this week. We do thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you here next week for episode 8 of This Week in TV. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Without further ado, let's get into the main news and headlines. TV, we've got definitely fucked that up.